Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now it's Wilson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 90 is the mic. 26.
Prescott on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to drop him for a loss of 4. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Switch and hey.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free. And brings up third down. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. A first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He shakes him off. Steps away to his left. And incomplete to open things up.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gone! Set! 3-19!
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
All right, now, look at 56.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Now let's go.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
46.
Prescott now from the 50. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Here we go, 46.
First down, Prescott. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll buy some time right. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
47. Here we go. 48. 46.
Throwing. Prescott. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll throw again. Prescott flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Prescott escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. Fighting his way through contact. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Mike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Blue 90! Coming after you! Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go!
They're going to look to throw. Room to run past midfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Set! Green, 39! Green!
They'll look to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They begin the drive with Hill. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
34-yard punt.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Now let's go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Dumps it off to Mixon, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So we got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Hurry up, here we go!
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go, count.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. Look at the spin. Balance. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st down, Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go, 46. Hey, here we go. 1-8. 46.
On second down, Hill. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Here we go, 46. Gun. Gun. Whip. 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, that's Hill. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
4 down, check, 4 down. 26.
They run, it's Hill. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, 47.
They'll run on first down. Hill. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, Hill. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Hey, we got four now. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. First and 10, way up at the 37. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Blue.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw to Mixon on the check down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Set.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's go!
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team. That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Now let's go!
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Spinning past him. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 39 that time. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Hustle, hustle. Here we go. 47, 47, 26, 26.
Now carry number 20 here for Hill. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Switch, and A. 26.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Flushed out right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bengals will get the football back.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Marshall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
We got 3. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, 47.
On 2nd down, Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go. 180. 180. Here you go. Switch and A. 26.
Back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch right in. Here we go. Go to 54. 180. 26.
Here we go with Hill. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hustle. Here we go. Kill. 90 is a Mike. Here we go. 47. Check 99. Check Shift. Hey, switch.
90 is a mic. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
They'll run it with Hill. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Jeremy Hill in the final minute. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting him throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
Get out.
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy.